Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Stable. We got Nick's right behind us, chilling. We'll do a little bit of an update with the 86 because we got a lot of parts in for that thing. And then we are about to get the 96 up on the lift. So as a birthday present, my parents got me the Aeromotive upgrade wiring kit. Don't know if I've covered any of this. Don't worry, that cold air intake is not going to stay like that. Probably won't even run that filter. Been tinkering with this thing in the background. So we got the belt tensioner on, alternator. Still need to do the wiring for that. But in this box right here, we have a new filler neck, the grommet. We got a couple different fuel pumps. We got a filter. This is a lot of it is the Evil Energy, as you can see. We got fuel line in there, and then we got the upgraded pigtail. So should have everything we need to completely do the fuel system on this car. As you can see up there, we even got a new fuel tank. So everything for this car is almost there, guys. We just have to quit procrastinating, and maybe I'll do it this week. I need to put the inside of this car together. I keep talking about it. It hasn't been done yet, but everything just needs to go back up in place and maybe tucked and look pretty on the inside. I got a couple things to touch up on the inside, but we do have a complete LMR interior bolt kit. So shouldn't be too hard, just a little time consuming. Maybe have to touch up a few places with the black. We got to work on our door panels over there. You see they are still gray and need some attention. But everything else is in this box. So the last piece to complete this puzzle is we got to get, I'm going to get new valve cover bolts. They're not necessary, but I don't like the little Allen heads that I got. I got to get the radiator hose kit, and then we have to get our Terminator X. Outside of that, everything is good to go with the 86. We even got our starter already. So it's just really reassembling that thing. And then we will finally be able to fire this thing up and hear it. This is Jalen's car in the background. I don't know if he even wants me to show this, but there it is, guys. Can't comment. I can't say what's going on. I can't say anything. So I've had it for a couple weeks now, but as far as I can tell, I have the short neck for the water pump. So that's what we have here. And there's probably some kind of a gasket in here, maybe, if I am correct. Yep, there it is. So shouldn't be too hard. I'm kind of stalling, letting this thing cool off a little bit. I'm going to try to get to it without removing anything crazy. I will probably drain the coolant out of it from the bottom of the radiator and remove this upper hose right here just so I can get down to the bolts of the water pump, and then we will get our supercharger belt out of the way too. Kind of wish I had a new one here so I could just go ahead and throw a new belt on there, because I think that one's been on there for a little while, but I didn't see anything about belt slip on the dyno, so we're probably still good. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get to this water pump. We'll have to move the pulley over, but it shouldn't be too hard. It looks like it might be 4 or 5 bolts, which I could probably tell you on this one. 4 bolts around there, so. All right, guys, this is gonna be your best friend to try to get these bolts out, but there was 4 of them. They are a 10. So I was able to squeeze that down in between our fan here, and then pop the 4 bolts right there for our pulley. So now we got that bolt, we got that one, and then there is one on the bottom side, and we will be able to pop that off. We'll clean up our pulley, get this mounted to our new pump, and get it slapped back in. Had to use a little sledgehammer to hit that, but we got it off. They were 4 13s around it, and that's how the gasket looks around there. So not great, but it's probably been on there since we had this motor in the car, and I am 32 years old now, and I got this car when I was 16, maybe even 15. Anyway, so I'm gonna clean that out. We have a new seal in this box to put around this one. I'll put these side by side just to confirm that they are the right ones. Like I said, my car was the short neck, and they appear to be the same. Again, this is a 04 motor out of a Crown Vic. Comp 262 cams, ported heads, bullet intake, Vortec, T56. But yeah. So I don't know if all the 04s had the short neck or what years had what. It could be a Romeo Windsor thing. All right, so we did get our gasket on the end of that, and then I pushed it in by hand, and it's almost completely made it up already. So just got to get our bolts started. We'll torque that down. We'll hit the 4 bolts for the water pump, and then we'll go back and put our pulley on. And then after that is just really getting the belt wrapped back around properly, throwing our expansion tank in the correct spot, and then putting our coolant back in this thing. All right, so new water pump is torqued down. Like I said, these were 13s. There's 4 around there. The other one is like right down there. It's kind of hard to see. Torque specs is 15 to 22 foot-pounds. Not gonna lie, I didn't really trust that, so I kind of went a little bit more with my hand, so it should be good. So now we got to get our 4 bolts on for the actual pulley. We'll wipe down our pulleys where we dripped some coolant earlier, and then get our belt put back in place. All right, just like that, belt is put back on. Looks like we're on everywhere we need to be. So now it is just expansion tank, hooking our upper hose back up, and then filling this thing back up, and this thing should be done for the day. All right, so as far as we know, the car is good. Hopefully there's no air pockets in the coolant system, but just parked it there, no drips. So we will drive it around a few days, park it in the garage. Once I get it hot is usually when it was leaked, but I'm sure that that was the issue. So hopefully that is solved now. We will have to crawl up underneath the dash here and take a look at the neutral safety switch. And then as far as the T56 goes, I'm leaning towards either getting it rebuilt here locally just to cover my bases, or before I do that, maybe a cheaper option. I say cheaper, but still 600 bucks is I'm gonna go with the and I'm thinking about doing it already, but I think I want to go with the hydraulic clutch conversion on this, just because I've had nothing but problems with the clutch cable. So if I go ahead and do the conversion, then maybe that will solve the problem. And then if it still doesn't fix it and I have to get the transmission rebuilt, at least it'll be hydraulic anyway. So that is the update on the 96. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. The weather is getting nice. It's like 80s all week. So plan to do a lot of car stuff this weekend. So more videos will be coming with these upcoming weeks. I'm behind on editing a few, like with my mom's FJ over there. You guys will probably see that one before you see this one. Also need to take a look at my front suspension on the FJ. Pretty sure it needs an alignment. But to do that, I think the A-arm bolts on the bottom are going to be seized. So I might have to get some replacement A-arms, get the bolts in there where they're fresh, and then take it to get it on alignment. And I'm also thinking about changing the whole front suspension, because my brother Sean, Adrenaline Expeditions, he is running a King suspension. Is it King or Fox? He's running Fox on the front of his, and it sounds really nice. From what he says, it sounds like it's really nice. And he doesn't get the chirping like I get going down the road with mine, and I'm kind of over the chirping. So, but anyways, there is the 96 looking good. We got a few things to do with the boss this week, and then that's going to do it. So please be sure to like, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.